Today we are learning English with Breaking Bad, and I am super excited about it. So let's get started. Hey there, how's it going? Thiago here, and welcome to another video here on YouTube. In case you're new here, I've created this YouTube channel to help intermediate and advanced learners of English communicate with more confidence, more accuracy, more clarity, and more awareness. So if this sounds like something you want for yourself and your English, subscribe to the channel here on YouTube because that way you won't miss a single new video that I post. This is video 2 from the Media Corner series. That's the new series of videos I've created here for the channel where every Sunday, whenever possible, I post a video where I teach some English using a real media clip. So the media clip we're going to be working with today is from the series Breaking Bad. I love Breaking Bad, guys. I mean, I've already watched the entire show at least 3 or 4 times, I would say. And in my opinion, it is one of the best TV dramas ever put on television. It has great acting, great writing, and each season is better than the other. So there are no low seasons. In my opinion, there are no low seasons in Breaking Bad. What we have is build up. Season 1 starts kind of slow, then season 2 still a little bit slow, but then after season 3, at some point it will hook you up, and then you're just in it for season 3, 4, and by the time you get to season 5, you're like, whoa, you're mind blown. So it's a masterpiece of television here. And we're going to be watching a clip today that has some really nice vocabulary and connected speech. Before that, let me just quickly read a little short description of the show, Breaking Bad, in case you haven't seen it or in case you don't know what it is about for some reason. So listen. Breaking Bad is an American crime drama television series created and produced by Vince Gilligan for AMC. Set and filmed in Albuquerque, New Mexico, the series follows Walter White, an underpaid, dispirited high school chemistry teacher struggling with a recent diagnosis of stage 3 lung cancer. White turns to a life of crime and partners with a former student, Jesse Pinkman, to produce and distribute methamphetamine to secure his family's financial future before he dies, while navigating the dangers of the criminal underworld. Breaking Bad premiered on AMC on January 20th, 2008, and concluded on September 29th, 2013, after 5 seasons consisting of 62 episodes. All right? So, without further ado, let's get started and let's watch the clip.
We have had a bit of a setback.
Great word from the get-go, setback. When you have a setback, you have an obstacle, a problem that prevents you from making progress in something. So imagine you have a project, and then an example of a setback could be maybe a member of your team decides to leave and never come back. That's a setback because now you have one last person to work on a project. You know what I mean? So a setback is an obstacle, a problem that prevents progress. Okay? Let's continue here.
I'm sorry, but that's an accurate description. What else do you want me to call it?
How about your fault? How about that?
No, don't lay that on me.
Nice. First of all here, guys, look at the connected speech that Walt uses here, yeah? This phrase, what else do you want me to call it? What else do you want me to call it? So listen to how he pronounces it.
But that's an accurate description. What else do you want me to call it?
How about your...
You see, what else? So first of all, we have the T here for what. We pronounce it as a flap T, da-da. So what else? What else? And then what else do you want me? Want me. The T for want kind of disappears. It becomes a stop consonant pretty much. Want. So want me. And then he reduces the to a da-da again. So want me to. want me to call it? And call it, we connect with the L, yeah? The O. So call it. Call it. So what else do you want me to call it? What else do you want me to call it? That's how he says it, okay?
What else do you want me to call it?
How about your faults? How about
No,
that?
no. Don't lay that on me.
Don't lay that on me. Don't blame me for what happened. That's what he's saying here.
You are in charge of distribution.
You said expand the territory.
That
You
doesn't
said
mean you become
guys,
careless.
Hey, who do I look like? Maury Povich? I'm not your marriage counselor.
I think Maury Povich used to be an American TV presenter of some sort. It's a cultural reference here. Feel free to Google him and learn more about him, okay?
Now, you professionals act like it. Now, set back. Go.
One of our dealers was murdered.
So remember that Walt here, he's a high school chemistry teacher. He is diagnosed with stage 3 lung cancer. And suddenly he finds himself in this position where he doesn't have any money to leave his family after he dies, which will happen very soon. So he partners up with Jesse right there, a former student of his, and they start producing methamphetamine, a drug, which in the show they usually just refer to it as meth, right? To sell it to make a lot of money fast before he dies so that he can leave some money for his family. That's the basic premise here. Okay, so here at this stage, I believe this is season 2, probably. They are still in the beginning of their operations. They're still at the beginning here of, let's say, the drug business that they are running here, okay?
Some kind of turf dispute.
Turf dispute. So one of their dealers was murdered, he said, right? A drug dealer here is a person who sells drugs, okay? So turf, in this context, is being used as slang, okay? Which stands for territory. It's very common in slang for, criminals, gang members in movies that you see, They refer to their territory of operation as their turf, okay? So, hey, this is my turf, that's your turf, My territory, your territory. So that's what the word means in this context.
Apparently we lost. And everyone quit on us. I mean, we have absolutely no distribution.
No distribution. So they have a lot of product already available, a lot of drug to be sold, but nobody who's going to sell it, Nobody to sell.
Is there any way any of this can be traced back to you?
Nice phrasal verb here, yeah? Trace back, right?
Is there any way any of this can be...
You see, is there any way any of this can be traced back to you? When you trace something back to a person, you kind of connect the dots moving backwards, Saul here, the lawyer, is basically asking Walt, hey, what happened here? Yeah, this dealer of yours being murdered and everything. Is there any way that this crime might come back to you? Like, is the police going to be able to connect that murder with you? That's basically what he's asking.
Trace back to you? Out of the police I'm talking about. Well, there's your silver lining.
There is your silver lining. Look at that.
Well, there's your silver lining.
Silver lining is the positive side of something. Imagine a very bad situation, but even though you are in that bad situation, you can still see something positive in it. This one positive thing is called the silver lining. Okay, so the silver lining of a situation is the good side, the good aspect of a usually bad situation, okay? So in this case, the silver lining is that they are okay. The police is not going to be looking for them for that murder, okay?
How about you? How's the health situation?
It's better. Do you mind?
Better?
Yeah, it's looking a little more positive. I may have more time than I thought.
Outstanding.
Outstanding. Excellent.
As to your dead guy, occupational hazards.
Very nice collocation here. Yeah, occupational hazard. We use this term, occupational hazard, to refer to certain dangers that certain professions naturally or inherently have. It comes with working with that thing. It's kind of expected. For example, firefighters. One example of occupational hazard here for firefighters is maybe breathing in smoke, inhaling smoke, or even dying, in a fire, okay? But it's part of their job, you see? That's occupational hazard. It's about dangers that naturally come with certain professions that, you choose to do, okay?
Right. Drug dealer getting shot. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say it's been known to happen.
Very nice expression here. Saul says, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say it's been known to happen. It's not the most unusual thing to hear that a drug dealer was shot, okay? Now, this expression, to go out on a limb, okay? Think of a tree, okay? A tree. The tree has the trunk. That's like the main body of the tree, let's say, the trunk. And then the tree has the branches. But we can also call them limbs, okay? Think of the limbs as the arms of the tree, okay? Now, can you picture a person going out on a limb? What's going to happen? The further the person goes on that limb, the more that person risks falling or the limb breaking, the person falling. So this expression, to go out on a limb, indicates to be willing to take some kind of risk, okay? You are willing to take a risk, usually to express an opinion or to do something. So Saul is a very funny and sarcastic character. So he's being sarcastic here when he says that, look, I'm going to take the risk and say that a drug dealer being shot has been known to happen. That's what he's saying here, okay? I'm going to go out on a limb. That's what it means. And remember that in pronunciation terms here, we don't pronounce the B, okay? We don't say limb, we say limb. I'm going to go out on a limb, all right?
Now, what about product on hand? How's your inventory?
38 and change.
38 ounces, grams,
pounds.
You did say make hay while the sun is shining.
Another expression, it's more of a proverb, actually.
You did say make hay while...
It's a proverb, guys. Make hay while the sun is shining. This proverb means enjoy a good situation while it lasts. So enjoy the most of a good situation, as much as you can while it lasts, because, it's not going to last forever, okay? Make hay while the sun is shining. If you're interested in learning more about the origin of this expression, go to Gemini, to ChatGPT later and type in, okay, what is the rationale behind make hay while the sun is shining, or where does the expression come from? It comes from back in the day, but you can research about that later on your own if you're interested. But that's the meaning. Enjoy a good situation as much as you can while it lasts.
The sun is shining.
Guys, why the long faces here?
Why the long faces? You see?
Why the long...
When you have a long face, you look like Walt and Jesse, You look sad, you look disappointed, you look frustrated. You have a long face, okay? So Saul is like, why the long faces? Why do you look so sad?
Faces here. I mean, you're sitting on a gold mine.
You are sitting, oops, let me go back here. You say you're sitting on a gold mine. You're sitting on a lot of money. You have pounds of drugs to sell. That's a lot of money. Why so sad?
We're sitting on a gold mine.
A gold mine we can't sell. We need a proper infrastructure. We need foot soldiers and we need dealers on a street level that are rock solid. We need muscle.
This word muscle in this context of crime, the underworld, even the mafia, is very common. When you watch like mafia movies or gangster movies, muscle in a criminal organization would be the soldiers, let's say, the guys that will use force if necessary to, make sure the boss's desires are met, So let's say here that in theory, the bosses are Walt and Jesse, right? But as you can see, they are not the muscle of the organization. They are the brain, right? They make the product, right? But they need guys that are tough, that are hard, They need muscle to, go to the streets and sell their product.
And we need enforcers. Payback, that's what we need.
Payback is a great word as well, guys. Let me go back.
Enforcers. Payback.
Payback is like revenge, somebody does something bad to you, and if you're able to do something bad back to that person, we call it payback, okay?
That's what we need. God. This entire process has just been so... It's always been one step forward and 2 steps back. We need your help.
But let's start with some tough love, all right?
Okay, tough love. Let's start with some tough love.
But let's start with some...
Yeah, tough love is like the truth, Imagine a good friend that tells you the truth, even if the truth might hurt in the moment. This is tough love. But the person is sharing that truth with you because the person really cares about you and really wants you to progress, to do well, okay? But in order for you to do well and to progress, you need to hear some truths first. So we can call it tough love, okay?
Tough love, all right? Ready for this? Here goes. You two suck at peddling meth, period.
You two suck at peddling meth. So when you peddle something, you sell it, usually by going from place to place, okay? So Saul is saying, okay, here's the honest truth, the tough love. You two suck. You two are very bad at selling meth, period.
So give up on trying to do it all yourselves. Hell, I'm amazed you got this far.
Look, we are not going to deal with another high-level distributor. No, thank you. We have been down that road.
Another great expression. We have been down that road. When you say, I've been down that road, I have been down that road, it means I've done that. I've already done that. Okay? And usually we use it when we don't want to do it again. Like, oh, no. I've been down that road. I know how it works. Nah, thank you. Okay? So we have been down that road. We have tried this before. We have done this before.
What, some tattooed speed freak? No. What you two need is an honest-to-God businessman, all right? Somebody who...
This is an example of a compound adjective, guys. Look, what you two need is an honest-to-God businessman. Notice that honest to God, it's all connected here with hyphens, right? Honest -to -God. This is a compound adjective. A compound adjective is when you pick 2 or 3 words, or sometimes even more, and you connect them all with these hyphens, And all these words become one word in terms of structure and even meaning. So what kind of businessman do they need? They need an honest to God businessman. So honest to God is serving as one big idea, one word to give a trait or quality to this businessman. A businessman that is really a businessman, okay? An honest to God businessman. This is a compound adjective, okay?
Is an honest to God businessman, right? Somebody who treats your product like the simple, high margin commodity that it is. Somebody who ships out of town, deals only in bulk.
Interesting. Look at that. Somebody who ships out of town, who ships the product out of town. When you ship a product, you send it, okay, to be delivered. So somebody who ships out of town and who deals only in bulk. When you do something in bulk, you do that in large quantities, like very large quantities, okay? So a person who is not going to buy just a little bit of the product, but is going to buy a lot of the product and distribute it very quickly, okay, in bulk.
Deals only in bulk. Someone who's been doing this for 20 years and never been caught.
You know someone like that?
Let's just say I know a guy who knows a guy who knows another guy.
I love that, And this joke, I know a guy who knows another guy, is played in different moments of the series. It's great.
Let me make some calls, see if I can get you a meeting.
Did you hear the connected speech there? Get you. See if I can get you a meeting. Get you a meeting. The T for get and the Y for you, we kind of put them together with this ch sound. So we say get you. Let's see if I can get you a meeting. Get you a meeting. Okay.
Well, what's his name?
I have no idea. He's very low profile. He's careful like that.
Very low profile. So when a place is low profile, when a person is low profile, the person is very modest. The person doesn't attract unnecessary attention for themselves. Okay? Very discreet.
From what I do hear about him, he sounds a little...
Did you hear that, guys? Again.
What I do hear about him...
You see, he doesn't say about him. He says about him. About him. So he drops the H for him, and he says him. And then he connects the T for about with him. And he makes the flap sound. About him. About him. He doesn't say, I do hear about him. He says, I do hear about him. About him. About him. Listen again.
From what I do hear about him, he sounds a little like you.
Nice, guys. There you have it. And there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this video from the Media Corner. And what other movies and TV series would you like to see here in the Media Corner? Leave me your suggestion below in the comment section. Guys, thank you so much for watching the video today. Happy Sunday. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed yet. And I'll be talking to you very soon in the upcoming video. Oh, before I let you go, you can find some really cool links here in the description of the video, in the pinned comment, some free resources that I've put together to help you learn English better, and also some paid resources that can help you. So check out the links here and see if there's something there that might be of interest to you. Now, yes, I'm Thiago. I'm signing off, and I'll be talking to you very soon in the upcoming video. Bye-bye.